Geez, I should be a pro at this. I was in a band for 20 years.
Technology must be different in the UK. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Shayna Mickle, and I am the founder of Love Buckets. And I am here to tell you today why a Love Buckets customer is a Love Buckets customer for life. So, our purpose is truly preservation. So, I am a busy mother of 3 young kids, and I have a wealth of unique personal and professional experience, including 2 final casting rounds of Shark Tank, their loss. And where I am currently in my life is I was a child that suffered an extreme amount of personal loss. And I was a sponge for people's grief. I was an overly empathetic child, and so when somebody said, I wish I could go back in time, or I wish I could see that person just one more time, I wish I could have a hug, it always really affected me. And that's sort of how Love Buckets was born. I didn't want to see people go through this in their lives. So now, being part of this sandwich generation, being a mother and being a daughter of aging parents, I feel myself frantically trying to capture these memories, preserve myself where I am in my life, but also to preserve my parents and their stories for, generations to come. I tell the story that my husband still keeps the landline phone number of his childhood home because it has his dad's voice on it, and that's all he has left. So, Love Buckets was born out of a desire to stay forever connected to the ones we love and value most. And that human connection is just so important throughout life. So, what is Love Buckets? Well, it's a comprehensive virtual time capsule application, and it was designed to very conveniently create, share, and preserve life's best moments for not only throughout life, but for generations to come. So, moms are very busy and overwhelmed. I don't know if any of you in here have children, but it's a little bit of a shit show. I meant to bring my iPhone up here, but I have 81,000 pictures in my phone. I have 7,000 videos, and it's a place where memories go to die. And we have multiple applications. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have WhatsApp, and you have Google Photos, you have Amazon Photos, you have everything. Well, there's a stat that 93% of the photos we take are never utilized or seen ever again. So there's also an issue when you post things online of trust and security. So, can't put a picture of my kid in the tub on Facebook. So why Love Buckets has kind of become my BFF? Well, we have created an AI filter to sort and organize, go through all those pictures. So when you take a picture, it's going to engage the user to say, hey, this is so-and-so, would you like to make a memory with it? You can personalize. We've developed multiple features. So there is a time capsule feature where you can create a memory and set it for a date 20 years down the road. There is also, it's a safe and secure vault for everything, for all of your most important memories. This is not a frivolous thing. This is not taking a picture of your meal and putting it out there. This is really, truly capturing the most important parts of life and personalizing these memories, capturing yourself. So we're going to tap into a very consistent and ever-growing market. There's always going to be moms, there's always going to be kids, there's always going to be people who want to tell their stories. We want to preserve personal histories. So global monthly social photo and video sharers, we're talking 3.4 billion people monthly. And we're looking at just a target market of women 25 to 50 in the US and UK with current children in the household. And in just 2 years, we're looking to acquire just a 0.5 market share, which equates to about 130,000 users. And that's about 9.3 million annually. However, with the organic networking feature of how Love Buckets works, that's, hard to predict the number just because of that organic growth. So, a Love Buckets customer is a Love Buckets customer for life. So we have a free option, a paid option, and a premium option. So again, that's a subscription model. So again, Love Buckets has the potential for organic and exponential growth. So when I create create a memory for someone, I invite them to the network, and that person invites someone to the network. And the research that we've done says that each person has at least an 8 times reach. So they can share that, again, through their private network, and it just builds community and organic networking growth. So we ran a beta test in 2021 with a certain amount of users. There was no app engagement encouraged whatsoever. We had 918 downloads, 767, which happened in the first 2 weeks. And as you can see reported here, this was their usage, but the stat that we found, the most compelling was that 90% of the users that we surveyed said that they would pay for this app to preserve things long term. So again, here, just effortlessly capture, create, and preserve and relive. So these are just some of the screenshots of how to create a memory, how to time capsule, and this is what we've built so far. So looking at the competition, again, there's some pretty big players on here, because that seems to be the question that everybody asks. Doesn't Google do this? Doesn't the blah, blah, blah do this? Well, actually, they don't, and that's why I created this. Love Buckets is an opportunity to take, again, those most important memories and personalize them. And so here's where we kind of fit in, into this competition matrix. So we're going to level this up a little bit. So we are raising pre-seed funding, $500,000 for 20%. We're looking at an 18-month to 3-year runway and profitable in 12 to 18 months. I only put the SEIS, EIS because, hey, again, elephant in the room, I'm American. But let's bring it to the UK. And as you can see, use of funds right there. So I'll just leave you with this. So technology is really a glittering lure that, on a rare occasion, can engage the public on a level beyond Flash. And they have a sentimental and deeper bond with the product. So it's called nostalgia. And it's delicate, but it's potent. So in Greek, nostalgia literally means the pain from an old wound. Sorry, that kind of jokes me up a little bit. It's a twinge in your heart that's far more powerful than memory alone. So Love Buckets is not Elon Musk's SpaceX, but it's a time capsule. It takes us backwards and forwards. And it takes us to a place we ache to go again. It travels us through time. It takes us back home again to a place we know we're loved. Thank you so much, and I really hope that Love Buckets can impact your life the way it has mine. Thanks.
Any questions for Shana?
Sorry,
Oh, we have a question.
questions? I can probably speak.
Okay.
I just downloaded the app whilst we were talking, so
Oh, okay.
I can start storing my memories.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for sharing. I just wondered, how are you encouraging people to go back, to remember that they've got the app, to keep using and storing their photos after taking them?
I'm so glad that you asked that, because this is something that we've just kind of revamped in the last week or so. This guy ripped me to shreds about a week ago. Had a total breakdown, almost canceled my flight. So that's kind of where the AI feature is going to come in, because I realized that this is something that I utilize, and it's something that's obviously very top of mind for me, but I think where that AI can come in and really increase engagement is that what we're going to do is integrate, like, every time we take a book photo, or with Facebook, or with Instagram, basically just kind of teaching the AI, like, hey, you just took a picture of Susan. Would you like to create a memory out of this? So it's almost giving you some prompting and then seamlessly kind of integrating it into the application. And then you can go in and you can personalize. So you can, again, make a time capsule out of it. You can add a video, you can add audio in the background, you can add other pictures to a gallery. So it's just like, again, a very it's a chronology of all, again, the most important things. So you could say, nah, I was just playing in the driveway with my kid, no need to, no need to do this. But so that's kind of the point, to increase that engagement that way, where it's basically coming in and just asking you and then importing based upon what you've kind of taught that AI to do. Hopefully that clears that up a little bit.
I have a question.
Anyone else? Oh, hi.
Hi, Shayna. So, question, is there a way, for example, I could ask my parents who are getting all elder age to say a really nice message to me and then send me the video and then I upload it, or would they upload it into the app and share it with me?
So if you have parents that are in your network, that's an interactive private network between the two of you. So your parents could go in, send you, create a memory for you or create a message for you. They could tell stories about themselves. They could either send it to you immediately for you to open, and so you'll receive it immediately within your app. Or what they could do is time capsule that for 20 years from now to send a message for you, maybe when they're older, or maybe when people unfortunately aren't here anymore. So it does give you the opportunity to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.